he who hat fishes. You know what I'm saying?
He who hat fishes. I've been hatfished before, by the way.
Oh man, we gotta talk about that. You know what I'm saying?
I've been hatfished. I go on a date. First of all, this date was meant to go poorly, right?
On purpose?
Because no, I just mean, when you know something's not gonna go well? This was one of those things. But I'm a believer in I know that we say follow your gut, follow your instincts, but also I think when it comes to stuff like dating, and like meeting people online, yes, follow your instincts and your gut, but also I was in a place of I'm trying to be open to people rather than
Okay.
write everybody off. So that's
Okay.
that's what that's what I mean when I say, like, sometimes I check myself and I'm like, okay, maybe you're doing too much. Maybe your expectations are too high. So everything was fine. Like, we were talking for a couple weeks, and then we were like, we're gonna meet and we're gonna go on this date and whatnot. But the first thing that went wrong was that he asked me where I worked, like what area I worked in, and told me what area he worked in. And I thought that
Okay.
meant that he was trying to find a spot that we could go to meet in the middle. And then he made me go to Brooklyn, and I worked in
But
Times Square.
I'm about to say, but you didn't work in Brooklyn.
Right. And I lived in Brooklyn, but it wasn't a part of Brooklyn that was central for me. Brooklyn is huge,
Yep.
so it wasn't convenient.
Right.
Whatever. Anyway, the point is that yes, there were photos of him that I saw. He shared multiple photos. He was a pretty attractive guy. But what I didn't realize, and this is like early on in learning the ins and outs of online dating, what I didn't realize was that he was in a hat in every single photo. And I thought, Brooklyn niggas, right?
Right. Of course.
A
Right.
Brooklyn nigga always gotta fit it on, right?
Sure.
Always. That's their way of life. They put on a suit and they put on a Yankee fitted. Like, it's not a strange thing. Again, I'm in my
Well,
30s
well,
now.
it's strange, but it's not uncommon.
It's not right. Right. That is a better way to say it. But I'm grown and I'm in my mid to late 30s now. Today, I totally understand this. I was in my 20s and I was, figuring things out. All right. Cool. We get there now. We get there. And we sit down, and he's kind of a jerk. He's talking about himself most of the time. But what I
Oh,
notice
okay.
is that he has on his hat. And then at some point he takes off his hat. And I'm like,
Mhm.
where is your hair?
Yo, you keep leading the camera right now. That was mad funny.
Sir,
Nigga said, "Where is your hair? Where is
he
it?
was
I can't find your hair.
he was
Why isn't?"
bald. Exactly. He was bald. And bald is not bad. I'm a grown ass woman. A bald head can be sexy. But that, and he knew. That's why he's always wearing a hat. He knew. He knew. So that is not the reason why I left the date after 20
Nigga
minutes.
said it. He knew. Yo,
That is not the reason why I left the date after 20 minutes. He was just an asshole and deserved to be left after 20 minutes. But,
hat fishing and an asshole.
right, you got the
Come on,
nerve,
son.
the unmitigated gall of some men. You don't have
Unmitigated
not
goal.
one follicle on your head. And your head is shaped weird. And you knew that. You ain't even try to grow a beard to balance it out. And then you had the nerve to be an asshole.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
It's a
that's my
lot
sad
without
little
warning.
story.
All right, now that your story is out the way, where are we going next,
Have you
showrunner?
ever been hatfished?
I mean, how technical you want to be?
Go for it. Have you ever been hatfished? And I feel like for a man, that's it goes. There are levels.
I can't turn my neck anymore, or I would. But I mean, how much we talking? Because women wear hats too. Not this kind. Not dad hats.
Not dad hats. What kind of hats do women wear?
You know the kind. They even say some of them even say, "Wait, I gotta get a hat. Be right back." And when they
And they
come
come
back,
back and then their hair is down to their butts.
and all of a sudden it'd be like, hold on.
Oh my gosh.
All of a sudden it'd be like, yeah, I was just, I
Oh
was
my
just at the
gosh.
salon. No, babe, I'm ready now. We can go. We can go. We can go.
We can go.
I'm ready. I'm good now. I'm ready.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
Wow.
ready. This one's good, right? Do I need to brush this one?
So
No,
you call
it's
it
good, right?
so you call it hats wigs. I mean wigs hats.
I know some ladies who have done that. Now this is all caught in my hat, trying to be a comedian up here.
I mean, listen.
But
It's a
yes, I have met, you know, ladies, and they had hats on. And when
uh
I too was a young man at one point, now
uh-huh.
I'm 87, but
Uh-huh.
when
Yeah.
I was a young man, and still learning the ropes, I too met people who was like, yeah, I really like your hair. Then I found out,
That wasn't
you
their
know,
hair. That wasn't their
I
hair.
mean, they would say it
Why are you
is
holding
their
back?
hair.
Why are you trying not to be controversial?
They would say it is their hair because they own it.
Right, but there's a difference between sure, that yes. They bought it, it's theirs, sure, that's it's a play on words. But there is such thing as like when you take all of it off, you look like a different person. It shouldn't define the way people deal with you, right? It shouldn't. Heavy on the shouldn't, because what we do as human beings is different from what should or should not be. But
I mean, you lied.
it's all right.
What? Dude who had fished you lied too.
He did. He
True.
did.
What
But he
what
like
is
went
okay,
out of
okay,
his way.
okay, okay, wait. Omission of truth.
Okay, it isn't. Well, okay. Well, that's the thing. So you're saying you're talking specifically about women who wear wigs or wear weaves and don't identify that they do? That you
That's a
have to
hat
find
fish.
out in a strange way. Because I know men always talk about finding out about women's wigs, like once they
I mean,
decide to
okay,
be
listen.
intimate
If
with
you
them.
date black women and you experience
There should be an assumption, but there should be an
hats
assumption
and
that.
you experience hats enough, you begin to understand, all right, that one looks like a hat.
But you don't
That one is
always
definitely
know.
that one is definitely a hat.
It's not a hat,
Hmm.
it's a wig. Stop saying it's
That
a
one
hat.
that one could be a hat too.
Stop calling it a hat.
And so you kind of get an idea. But there are situations where, like you said, you might not know. You might think she just has a very nice curly afro. And you're like, man, that's a lovely curly fro, man. You're really killing it right now. And then she'd be like, man, I like this one too. You like this one?
And this is Tiffany.
You know?
Yeah.
I might as well keep my hat off now because my purpose was to
You've taken it off several
keep
times.
my messy hair from being shown, but now, I've been
Right.
revealed.
Well,
I can
listen.
no longer keep it low key.
Right. Listen, you live and you learn.
Right.
And sometimes you have to learn. And I don't agree. I don't agree You can't keep they're not hats. It's different.
They're hats.
No, they're not.
Okay.
It's hair. Now, some people
Whose
may
hair?
some it's hair. It's some people may wear wigs that are not very
What
attractive.
what animal it came from?
Stop.
All right, all right.
So so, I get it. I
They gonna kill
understand.
me in the comments.
They are gonna kill you. But my thing is, I think it's okay to change your look. I think it's okay to do things to enhance your look, or you want braids, or you want a weave, or whatever it is. I don't have a problem with that. I think people are free to do whatever they want. But I do understand from the perspective of a man who may not be well versed in all of the things. I do understand, and maybe today is probably a lot different, right? It's probably like you said, you kind of expect that maybe that's not her hair, maybe not, but I don't know. I don't know. I could see how it could be misleading, or like a man who every time I see him, he's wearing a hat, and now I'm like, what is under that hat?
All right.
You know?
Sometimes that's just a curiosity. It's not even that you hate the hats. It's just
Right.
like, but what's underneath there? I mean, it's braided most of the time, right? Whatever you got the straight backs
Right.
probably going on underneath. But
Uh-huh.
but let me
There's also this obsession with long hair that is a conversation for another day, because
it is a
that's
conversation for another.
that's ultimately what it's about with a lot of men, right? They want to make sure you're not bald as a woman.
Well, there's a
But
difference between not bald and long hair.
no, I understand, but I'm just
Like if
saying,
she looked like this, this is not bald.
no, it's not. But
She could style this. You know what I mean? Like if I go wet my hair, you know what I'm saying, and put a little
the
product.
right. The reason I say it that way is because that is the way that a lot of times you hear people who don't like men who don't like short hair refer to women with short hair. They call it
Oh,
bald.
that they're bald.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
she's
well then
bald.
that's wrong.
She's bald headed.
Oh, that's wrong. That's foul.
It's wrong, but that's why I said it the way I said it. Not
I
because I
got you.
agree with it as someone who had a pixie cut for many years. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with short hair. I like short hair. I think I look really good with short hair, but yeah, there's also that. And then they try to
Yes,
put
there is.
lesbian on you also,
Oh man,
which is a whole another
man,
thing.
you
One
almost made me
last
add a
thought.
BC my hat.
Right.
I'm saying I've been walking around just